Linda Sessions here, and we are getting ready to start week 4 in computer applications. Can you believe we are almost halfway through this class? So the last couple of weeks you've been working in Excel, which is a spreadsheet program. You've looked at your time management and hopefully found the time in order to be able to complete all of your studies and to be caught up with class. This week we begin in Word. Word is Microsoft Office's word processing program. It's where you're going to go if you want to do a letter, a report. You can do flyers in Word. There is a lot you can do in Word. Now, remember, you need to be using Word on your computer. A lot of you were trying to use the online version of Excel to complete the assignments, and that's not going to work. There's not enough bells and whistles in the Microsoft 365 online platform. So make sure you're using the one on your desktop. If you need help getting that on your desktop, please reach out to me. We can do a Zoom session so I can see exactly what's going on your computer, or you can always call our IT department at 677-9906, and they can also help you with the Microsoft Office suite on your computer. You don't have to pay anything. Remember, it's free as a student, so make sure that you're using the one on your desktop. So let's go into Blackboard and look at what you can expect this week in CED 115. So here I am in one of the classes in Blackboard. And come on down, I've got Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, and here is Module 4. Now, the date that you see might be different depending upon if you're in the first semester or the second semester, so make sure you pay attention to the due dates in your class. Right down here in Module 4, it tells you exactly what the due date is for your class, so pay attention to those dates and make sure that you get your assignments turned in by Sunday night. So this week we're going into Word. You've got Module 1, which is creating and modifying a flyer in Word. And then you're going to be looking also at Module 2, where you are creating a research paper. Now, breathe. You're not writing a research paper. You will be modifying a research paper, and that is, in Cengage, and adding citations, adding not a table of contents, but adding citations and a bibliography. Sorry, my cat just jumped up here and everything in my mind just went away. So that's this week. You're doing the flyer and the research paper. Both of them are in Cengage. Both of them you can do multiple times to get your grade higher. Also, don't forget you have a quiz over Word 1 and 2. A lot of you are forgetting those quizzes. You get the projects done and the quizzes just go out the window. So make sure that you get those quizzes done as well. The information that you need to complete the quiz is located in the e-text and the readings for this week. And remember, your quiz is open book. Use your resources. Make sure that you get a good grade. But remember also, you can only take it one time. Popping into the week 4 module here, you've got your checklist as always. Then you have the YouTube playlist. And remember, you can come to this playlist if you want some additional resources to help you with your assignments this week. You're just going to select that playlist. And here in YouTube, over here is the playlist navigation pane, and you're going to come down here, and here is the Word 1 module project, and here is the Word 2 project. Now, some of the interfacings with Blackboard might look a little different than what you have right now, but the projects themselves are the same. So coming back here to Blackboard, you have your text. Remember, when you are reading the text, you want to read to remember. So as you're looking at your e-text, and this is true in any class, whether it's CED 115 or if it's speech or psych, a nursing class, a medical class of some sort, you want to read to remember the information. You're not going to be reading it as you would a newspaper or a novel, if you will, or a magazine. So here in Word, if you are brand new to Microsoft Word, you want to come in here and you want to read the introduction. So I can just click on the introduction and it's going to let me know, hey, after completing this module, I will be able to start and exit Word, format text, cut and copy paste, all the things that you're going to be learning in this chapter. Come back up here to the left and it will take me back to my table of contents. What is Word? The introduction. It is going to be taking you step by step through creating a flyer if you actually go through these steps. Now, you don't have to. It's not required to create anything from what you're reading here in the e-text, but I strongly recommend that you read it. If you want to, if you're in the car and you want to listen, right up here in your e-text is a reader, or you can listen to the e-text. It's going to actually read it to you, so you can be walking across campus, driving in your car somewhere, and you can actually listen to the text. I strongly recommend that you come in here and at a minimum, read this Word 1-1, what is Word? Read the introduction, and take a look at the project flyer with a picture. Then go through the rest of the table of contents. And if there's something that's brand new to you, take the time and review the e-text. It's going to explain how to do different things, what word wrap is, how word wrap looks, how to check the spelling, how to navigate around in the document, how to format your paragraphs and characters. There is a lot of information in this e-text, so take the time to go through it. Then you can leave it open if you want to, or you can close it, come back here to the textbook, and we have our first assignment. I'm going to click to launch. Now again, this is Cengage, and the assignments are you're going to be downloading the instructions for the assignment and then downloading a starter file. So here it lets you know that you can actually do this 3 times. If you're not happy with your grade after the first time, go in, make changes, and resubmit it for a higher grade. I'm going to click on the Start button. And a little different from Excel is that we have 3 files we need to download. We've got our instructions, so I'm going to select that. We have our Start file. I'm going to select that. And then we have a support file, so I'm going to select that. Excuse me. So right up here in my downloads, and yours might be down in the lower left-hand corner of your machine. Mine's up here in the right-hand corner. If I click on the instructions, I'm going to enable editing just so that I can go through and look at it. Right here it lets you know the very first thing that it wants you to do is download the files, but then open up your starter file and change the name. Now to change the name, you're going to change this 1 to a 2. That is the only difference. You're going to get rid of that 1 at the end of it, and you're going to change it to a 2. And now you're ready to begin making changes. Always make sure you pay attention to the little things. So like here in step 1, it tells you who you're working for, that you're an administrative support department and you are going to be modifying a flyer for them. And the first thing here it wants you to do is change the document theme colors to blue warm. So the step, what it actually wants you to do is clear here at the end of the first step. Make sure you complete the steps in order. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. If you're not sure about the step, what it's asking you to do, so for instance, maybe you're not sure about the document theme, you can always come up here into the search bar in Microsoft Word and type it in and it will tell you. You can use the e-text, it will tell you. You can Google, how do I change the document theme in a Word document? And it's going to tell you. And the last resource that you have for this class is my YouTube video, where I'm actually going over and I'm talking about the steps. I'm talking about the program, and I'm helping you complete the project. When you're finished, your final project will be similar to this screen. In fact, it actually should look like this screen. But do not try to make changes to your document just by looking at this picture, because there's things it wants you to do in the background, and if you don't do them, Cengage will count you wrong. So make sure that you follow the steps outlined in the instructions to modify your document for this Word Chapter 1 flyer. When you're finished making the changes, you're going to come over here and save work to Sam. Now you can drag and drop your file here, or you can just click right here, locate your completed document in your File Explorer, and then submit it for grading. The grader works the same way as it did in Excel. You're going to have a graded report that you can look at that will tell you exactly what you did wrong, and you will also have access to those training videos through Cengage. If you need to make changes, then you can make the changes to your original document, then upload it for a higher grade. Things to consider as you're working in Word. Watch your spelling. If you miss a period, if you misspell a word, Cengage is going to count you wrong. Now, think about it. If you're doing a flyer for a company and it's going to be plastered all around the company for people to see, do you want a misspelled word on that document? No, you want it to be perfect. So make sure that you look and pay attention to the details. Make sure you spell stuff correctly. And very important, make sure you don't leave off periods or exclamation points, question marks. Make sure you pay attention to your documentation. Now, let's go back here. We finished Module 1. I'm going to come back here to Blackboard. Now you have the text for Module 2. Module 2 covers how you create a research paper using the skills in Word. In particular, this is going to go over the MLA documentation. As I said previously, you will not be writing a research paper from scratch. You are going to be modifying it using the skills in Blackboard. So here we have project, the research paper. You're going to be, in the chapter, it talks about the APA document style. I think in the actual assignment, I think you're doing an MLA. But you're going to be taking a paper and you're going to be adding your name up at the top. You're going to be adding your last name and a page number. You're going to be taking care of the title. You're going to be making the text be double spaced with the first line indent. And you're going to be adding a footer or a footnote at the bottom of the page and modifying some styles in Word, as well as adding a works cited or bibliography page. All of the text that you need is going to be given to you in the assignment. You're just going to modify it as if you were turning it in an English class. Just like you did with Chapter 1, here in Chapter 2, take the time and look through the e-text. How to modify a style. What is a style? I'm going to go in just a minute and I'll show you. Paragraph, removing space. Lots of information on how you get around in Microsoft Word. So take the time to read through these items, especially if they're new to you. Come back here in Blackboard after you're finished looking at that, and then you're going to click on the SAM End of Chapter Project 1 for Word Module 2. So I'm going to click to launch here, and again, I'm going to launch content so I can see what it is it's asking me to do. It's going to give me my start screen and let me know that I can submit it up to 3 times. I'm going to click on the Start button here, and this time I only have 2 documents I need. I have my instructions and I have my starter file. In the instructions, make sure you, again, that you follow them step by step. Don't skip around and do step 2, then step 6, then step 3. Make sure you follow the steps in order. Also, very important, at the end of the instructions, you're going to have a picture of what your final document is supposed to look like. Use that to compare your final document, but don't make changes based just on that picture. Make sure you look at the instructions and follow them step by step. If I come here to my start file, and again, I need to enable editing. I'm going to make the changes, make this 1 to 2, and you can see here I have just 1 page. You're going to be modifying this information and making it double-spaced, no space between paragraphs. You're going to be adding some citations to the document, and you are going to be adding a footnote and a works cited page. Now again, there is a YouTube video where I go through these steps step by step, and I talk about using Microsoft Word to format your research paper. So up here in Word, you'll notice that you've got your ribbon, which is the brains for Word. It's where you're going to find all of the options that you need. And right here where it says editing, this is where I can review. I can view the file but make no changes. I don't want to do that. But if you're working in Microsoft Word and you see the screen and the tabs for online, as if you were on the internet like this, you've got the tabs across the top here, then that means you are using the online version of Microsoft Word. So you'll want to go to the editing button that's up here and say open in desktop app. You need to make sure that you're doing this in the desktop app or it's not going to work. Once you get through making the changes, you'll go back to SAM here, or Cengage, upload your completed document and submit for grading. Now remember, you can again do this 3 times, but if you leave off the period in the footnote, it's going to count you wrong. So make sure you pay attention to that. Now I'm going to come back here to the YouTube playlist for CED 115 because there is an additional video over here. You'll see you have the video for Module 1, which is the flyer. You have the video for Module 2, which is the streaming video, the MLA paper that you're going to be doing. Right underneath that, here's a 6-minute video, almost 7 minutes, on how to create an MLA paper in Word. Now, this is not connected to any assignment. It's just the information on how to create an MLA paper. So if you watch this video, it's going to help make this Module 2 make a little more sense to you as well. So I try to give you as many resources as I can to help you be successful with this class. Again, you've got the quiz. Don't forget to take that. I want you to be successful in using Word. There are a lot of things you can do with Word, making flyers, making pictures, doing your papers for your classes. If you need additional help, I am here for you. Don't be afraid to send me a text. We can do a Zoom meeting. My office is at WSU South. I am more than happy to meet with you there. I'm available on Monday nights and Wednesday nights if you want to get together in the evening because of your work schedule. I'll even get together with you on the weekend, but we need to make plans in advance, so make sure you reach out to me. We can set up a time to help you be successful in the class. Have fun working with Word this week, and again, reach out if you have any questions. See you later.